I'm going to be real with you. I'm sure you've seen some kind of motivational person come up on a stage like this and tell you their story, how they started from the bottom and now they're up here. But ask yourself, does that really help you? Yes, their stories are inspirational, but that doesn't help you or me succeed in any shape or form. Today, I not only hope to inspire all of you, but show you how to succeed in your life. And that's why I've chosen 3 fundamentals that I believe everyone should conquer in order to achieve success in their lives. Because everyone grows and changes differently. My name is Kaustubh Ray, and from a shy, introverted, overweight freshman, I've been able to transform myself into the vocal, both mentally and physically fit individual that I am today. And I did that by conquering 3 things: my purpose, my pain, and my fears. So let's start from the beginning. Days after I was born, I had a love for food. My mom can tell you the story the best. I ate everything in sight, and I still do have a love for food today. As a toddler, I was seen eating cookies out of a garbage can. Either way, friends and family, they were confused. Like how much food could be digested by one small kid? It was crazy. But like any adolescent, something that I loved started spiraling out of control. And in my early years of middle school, I was considered in the obese category. And as I started growing, I started trying different things. I started running, I started dieting, I tried everything, but I just couldn't lose any weight. And when I went to my early high school years, I started feeling insecure because I felt different. I felt like a failure. I didn't know how to execute one simple task, which was losing weight. Now I'm going to be real with all of you. My purpose when I first started to try to lose weight was to impress people. It's as simple as that. Because as we grow, when we're young and as we grow up, we feel like the way that we look matters because we want to be accepted. And that's natural. Because if we're not accepted, we don't feel like we belong. In your journey to success, you're going to be taking steps to the right and to the left, and you're going to fall down, and you're going to feel like you don't have the strength to get back up again. And you're going to put a mask on your face, and when you go to school or when you go to work, and people ask you how you're doing, you're just going to nod and smile. And when you go home and lie in your bed and you're all alone and you don't need to impress anyone, those feelings of fear will start to set in. The fear of your uncertainty in your future, the fear that you're not impressing anyone and you won't fit in, and the fear of doubt. Those will start to set in. I'm telling you right now, if you don't know your purpose, you won't be able to get back up again. Because purpose is so powerful, it lifts you much higher than you ever thought your motivation, your dedication, or your will could ever do. For the past 6 years, I've failed at weight loss. But in the past 6 months, I was able to change that because I was able to conquer my why. And my why kept on changing. My purpose kept on changing. But it had a central theme. And that began with how bad I wanted to succeed. Every month, every year, I have a different purpose to why I'm doing a certain thing. See, the thing is, purpose, it isn't tangible. It's dynamic. So purpose keeps on changing, and in your life, in your journey to success, your purpose will keep on changing. The power of purpose is astounding. It emerges after countless failures and will push you farther than you ever thought. So the next time you hear some motivational person talk about the amount of times that they've failed, stop admiring their perseverance and admire their purpose. Implement that strong value purpose into your own life. My next story is about pain. And I know what you're thinking. How does this 17-year-old know a thing about pain? He goes to the American School of Dubai, where the tuition, when calculated, is 1 dirham per minute of class time. I know, it's crazy. What I've experienced over the last 17 years, I know it's not comparable to anything in my future. But what I have learned is about myself, because when you experience some kind of pain in your life, you learn methods that are particular to you. And I've conquered my pain through my 5-year involvement with the sport wrestling and with my recent involvement in weight training. Every single practice, my face was being forced into the mat. Sweat drenched my face and excruciating pain built up on my shoulders and neck. With the grueling schedule of 2-hour practices, 4 days a week, you'd think wrestling would be the last thing I would want to do in my high school career. But when I'm training on the mat or in the gym, I have to fully concentrate on what I'm doing. For that hour or two, I'm so absorbed in what I'm doing that there's no room for anything else on my mind. And it's my time when I get to focus on myself, both mentally and physically. But training has done a lot more for me than just that. The truth is, I haven't been training for the sole purpose of being a better or fit individual. I've been training for life. I've been training for the time that I don't pass a test or don't get a job that I'll stand back up again. I'm training for the time when tragedy arises that I won't break apart. And just like I've created the calluses on my hands from the gym, I've created calluses in my brain. Now, I'm going to be honest, I can't teach you how to overcome pain because it's relative. What may be difficult for you may not be for me, and vice versa. But the value of pain is so important to your life because it teaches you methods that are particular to your own personality. One thing I strongly believe in is that perseverance isn't inherited. It's learned over days, over weeks, over months, over years, over decades. And yes, I'm only 17 and I haven't experienced it all, but what I have experienced is helping me to learn about myself and better my future. And I urge you all to do the same. My final and last story is about fear. I've conquered my fear with my struggles with public speaking. Ever since I was a kid, I've always been insecure and I never had the ability to speak my opinions and talk to new people. In class, I would always have trouble raising my hand in class, and when put in the spotlight, would always stutter. But I had a dream and still do have a dream to this day to influence the people around me and influence the world, leave my mark. And I knew in order to do that, I would first have to start with myself. So I started challenging myself because I had a purpose. I wanted to improve the world, but I would have to improve myself first. So I took it step by step. I didn't want to overwhelm myself, and I stepped out of my comfort zone. I started involving myself in activities like MUN, and I took the elective public speaking, and I started talking to new people. And gradually, I grew over time. I went from giving a 30-second speech to 11 people for advisory rep to giving a 5-minute speech to the entire high school for vice president of the student government. And now I'm able to give my own TED Talk, which is insane for me. I had a purpose and I had an understanding for pain that pushed me past the anxiety. It pushed me past the insecurities that I had. Now, I want to tell you a short and very true story. Imagine a tubby old me, big cheeks, big smile. It was in 8th grade. We had this final semi-formal kind of dance. It was the highlight of the year. It was what every single 8th grader was looking forward to that year. And I wanted to ask someone out. I wanted to ask this very pretty, nice, smart, amazing girl, someone out of my dream. But like any adolescent and any teenager, I was nervous, but I had a master plan. It would involve all my friends standing up in a line, holding a big poster, and me making this handmade gift and giving her roses. The plan was set, and the next day in my 5th period English class, I was getting ready. I somehow anxiously crept into class. My feet started to shake, and my friends started pushing me. Come on, you got to do this, Kaustubh, come on. Anyway, I somehow went up to her, and I asked her the simple question. My friends were lining up on the side. I gave her the rose. I gave her my handmade gift. And to my amazement, she said yes. Now, I'm joking, that did not happen. I got rejected terribly. I just wanted that one moment where all of you thought that I was some kind of player in middle school. In all seriousness, Rejections like these and millions of other rejections I've had in my life have taught me about fear. And my fears with public speaking and overcoming that have really taught me the value of fear. The truth is, fear is self-imposed. It's created and both destroyed. And fear is led by your emotions. And if you don't learn how to control your emotions, they will control you. Fear kills dreams. It kills hope. It can age you. It can stop you from doing something that you know you're capable of, but will paralyze you. The truth is, as humans, we aren't designed to do things that are uncomfortable or difficult or scary, and so waiting for the right time is just a facade of our fear. Some people have lost it all. They have lost their family, relationships, their job, their self-respect. They feel like their whole life is falling apart right in front of them, and they don't know what to do. Others just want to improve themselves, reinvent themselves, create their future. Either way, I'm going to tell you a simple secret. It's okay to fall. It's okay to not lose those extra pounds. It's okay to not get in your dream university. It's okay to get rejected. You see, in society, we've been told that we have to be perfect all the time. Do you know what this does to your mind, body, and soul? We now live with a tremendous expectation to be someone we're not. That's why you might feel broken, because you're trying to be someone else. If there's one thing I want you to take away from my talk, is that in your efforts to self-improvement, you shouldn't try to be someone else. You should try to be true to yourself. When I'm wrestling or in the gym, my purpose drives me. When I'm stepping out of my comfort zone and giving a speech, my understanding of pain and its rewards and my purpose drives me. Purpose, pain, and fear, all of these three things go hand in hand. They're interdependent on each other. And once you conquer all of them, your journey to self-improvement and success will be successful. You will have the ability to achieve your dreams and overcome any obstacle in your life. Now, before I end my talk, I want to end on one thing. April 28th, 2017. I still remember that day, because that's the day I decided to be disciplined, to work hard and accept the fact that no matter how slow my progress was, it was still progress, and I should be proud of that. It was the day I decided to tackle my biggest obstacle yet. It was the day I decided to fight weight loss and fight my weight. Look, I failed. I've been insecure. I've felt anxiety. I've had moments of loss of purpose and doubt, but I still did it. I still did what I thought was completely impossible. Now I'm going to ask all of you, what are you going to do? Thank you.